How can false allegations or how can, jumping the gun ruin your entire credibility? This is Nick is Not Green. He has 700,000 subscribers on both channels. He uploads tea content and shit, I guess. That's all he covers. And recently, he's been in a bit of controversy. He's been in the spotlight for quite a while simply because of the whole Super Mega story. I'm gonna cover that later on in the video, but for now, I wanna talk about some of the things that just made me outright not like Nick is Not Green. My introduction to Nick is Not Green is when he made a video saying YouTube should ban Sneeko. It's a video where Nick is Not Green would just outright advocate for the ban of Sneeko. He even went on to do a tutorial on how to flag a YouTube channel. And before you guys call me a Sneeko defender, I don't like Sneeko as much as you do. I'm not a huge fan of Sneeko. I believe this guy's a cuck. He's a piece of shit. And he's an outright douchebag. But Nick is Not Green's video also is pretty stupid because I get Sneeko is like not your favorite person. I guess Sneeko is like a bit of a shithead. But I don't think he should lose his entire platform simply because he's just being an idiot online. The things that I would agree, the things that I want, the things that warrants me, things that I think people should lose their platform for is either being a straight up criminal or a pedophile, and if you're a false flagger. Those are the two main things that should easily get me to flag you down or make me flag you down or say it should be game over.
Video today, I want to briefly talk about the content creator Sneeko and ask YouTube to ban him from the platform. I'm going to keep this video really short because I just want to say my piece and give Sneeko and his fans as little ammunition to fire back as possible, because we know that every time someone utters his name on YouTube, he feels the need to make 5 videos crying about women and society or whatever. And before we begin, I do want to say that most of the time I don't believe that deplatforming someone is the proper way to deal with a controversy.
But that's literally what you're doing right now. You say that you don't think deplatforming is a way to deal with controversy, but you see Sneeko, a controversial figure on the internet, some guy who is just being an asshole or an Andrew Tate wannabe, and you're like, oh, deplatform this guy. Like, you're literally using deplatforming as a way to deal with this shit.
A lot of times creators that I disagree with on a personal level are mostly harmless, and I don't believe that disagreeing with someone's personal values are ground for removal from YouTube or Twitch or any other social media platform. In general, policing content can be dangerous, but as you're about to see, Sneeko has grossly violated YouTube's terms of service and qualifies for removal from the website.
Did you know that telling your entire family to go mass report another channel also qualifies for removal on the website? With your own logic, mass flagging is also against the YouTube's terms of service. Therefore, should YouTube ban Nick is Not Green because he's inciting his entire family to go report Sneeko? Like, you see how stupid that is?
I'm not going to go into too much depth here, but if you don't already know who Sneeko is, he is a gaming and commentary content creator who continues to spread extremely harmful messages to a rapidly growing audience, usually violently ranting about women, politics, or men wearing makeup. He's sort of like the new Andrew Tate now that he's not on the platform anymore. He was recently banned off Twitter and now has 2 channel strikes on YouTube, but I'm not exactly sure what the reason for that is. Now, a little over a month ago, Sneeko went on his live stream to talk about one of my friends, Chad, who gave me permission to make this video, but had no part in the creation of it, and it wasn't her idea or suggestion for me to make this.
So the reason why Nick is Not Green is making this video is because Sneeko went after a YouTuber called Chad, which is one of Nick is Not Green's friends, which he admitted that he's only making this video because Sneeko made fun of one of his YouTuber friends, and Nick is Not Green's all angry. Sneeko is a bit of an asshole, I get it, but he's doing this for a rage bait. He's doing this to kind of piss you off, getting you to make a video about him, which is exactly what you're doing. You're literally doing what he wants. You're literally doing some rage bait shit. You literally fell for the fucking bait, dude. So that was Nick is Not Green's video on Sneeko. He made the video I think mainly because he was mad that Sneeko made fun of his YouTube friend, and he feels like he needs to go out and defend her like that, which, I mean, you can call Sneeko a cocksucker, I don't really care, but, like, advocating for his ban, that's a big no-no for me. Oh, bro, actually, as I was making this video, I just saw that Sneeko actually left the Red Pill community, so I guess Sneeko is a cuck after all. He's a fraud! So, don't listen to him. Next thing I want to talk about is the Super Mega situation. Not going to go too much into the Super Mega situation, I'm just going to go over what Nick is Not Green said, but basically, Super Mega is a comedian YouTuber who recently has allegations against him made by a YouTuber called Lex Updog. And the whole situation's a mess, and it turns out that it's so bad to the point where Super Mega can't even continue making their own content because of it. And Nick is Not Green just covered this shit irresponsibly. So Nick is Not Green made his video on the whole Super Mega situation. Basically, Nick is Not Green made the video to lift up Lex's story, to put her voice out there because she felt like she wasn't heard enough, and also to talk about the whole allegation surrounding Super Mega. In the video, Nick is Not Green goes on to say that this is not a sort of drama where I just look at the facts and come up with my own conclusion. My friend was assaulted and I felt like her voice wasn't heard enough. Like, he says that in his video, in his words from himself.
You know, despite that, I've still received several comments on the original video claiming that I put out my video about Lex without waiting for Super Mega to respond, and that I was taking a side before hearing everybody's sides. And I thought I made this clear before, but of course I'm going to take the side of a personal friend of mine when she comes out with a story about her own. This isn't like an online, like, normal thing where I look at all the facts and I make a decision. No, my friend was and never felt like she was able to be heard. And obviously, I believe her word.
Yeah, same shit could be said about you, Nick. You know, my friend told me that you assaulted them. Does that mean that you are liable for, you are immediately an assaulter? Like, no, that doesn't make any sense. You see how stupid that is? Also, he claims to make the video because of his friend, but I mean, he does for a certain aspect of the part, but then he goes on to look at Reddit where people say random shit there, and he goes on to watch a video of one of the Super Mega people getting punched in fuck, I was gonna say something else, Creator Clash, and basically replayed it being like, yo, look at this.
Matt getting the absolute shit beaten out of him. Let's just let it play a couple more times. We can keep watching it. I don't think anyone minds letting this loop on repeat. We could just let this go. If you want me to do this for the rest of the video, I could.
Like, the whole video isn't even about, like, the allegations. Sure, he probably has, like, a bit where he talks about the allegations, but then after that, he just goes on Reddit and just talks about what people are just posting on Reddit about the Super Mega stuff. If you want a whole deep dive into the whole Super Mega situation, I suggest you guys check out Lyric's channel on it. He made a whole good deep dive on the whole Super Mega stuff. He covered it way better than I did, I'll tell you guys that. It's somewhere in the cards. You guys can go find it. Probably in the description in the card somewhere. I suggest you guys check it out. It's a good video. So what I've learned throughout this whole video, I think Nick is Not Green is probably an emotional guy. Like, 2 of the videos we checked out, I think his main motive was because it was his friend that had the issue. I feel like if it wasn't his friend, he probably would have not made those videos. Maybe the Super Mega stuff he probably would have, but the 2 videos, I think it was more like I feel like this was more because of defending his friend. He feels like he needs to defend his friend every like shit people do to hit, which, I mean, it's a good friend tactic, but you gotta look into that shit first before you can possibly ruin your own credibility. Anyways, I've been Helmet Chuck, and Nick is Not Green's a piece of shit, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace to the out.